Howdy. So I watched Shutter Island yesterday, and I enjoyed it. Second time I've seen it. Saw it in the theater. Believe I gave the theatrical experience an 8, and I'll back that up. I think it's a solid 8. Good movie. It's about a U.S. Marshal who goes to Shutter Island, a island for the criminally insane. He goes there to investigate an escaped patient. Many things ensue from there. It stars Leonardo DiCaprio, Mark Ruffalo, Sir Ben Kingsley. Let's see. Those are the biggies. It also has Emily Mortimer, Patricia Clarkson. Those are the... I can't think of the blonde's name. Just slipped my mind. Heath Ledger's ex. Anyway, Michelle something. Anywho, directed by Martin Scorsese. You know, he's an American master. He's probably the American master right now. So, Scorsese film, you know, with a decent script has got to get 7 or above. I think Shutter Island's a solid 8. I think it's very interesting that Leonardo DiCaprio would make this movie very close to Inception. You know, the characters are very similar, so I think he had to hit a lot of the same notes. Very different films, but also similar films. So I think it's interesting that before he's taking this self-imposed retirement or hiatus from acting, that he chose to make 2 films by 2 amazing directors, both mind-bending mysteries. You know, so maybe, you know, he's taking a break because we'll probably be talking about Inception and Shutter Island for a little while. Thought Shutter Island was gorgeous. You know, it looked amazing. The cinematography is beautiful. You know, I was going to say everything looks like a painting, and it kind of does, but there's a reason. Scorsese really wanted to harken back to, you know, movies I don't even know about. Movies of his youth. The pulp noir of, you know, what he grew up watching. And it's a very old style mixed with a new style of directing. I saw a lot of Hitchcock in there. It's obviously that he watched a lot of Hitchcock in preparation, but, you know, there's also, I mean, it's very old-fashioned. A lot of lighting a match and having that match light up the entire room. You know, that's old school. Having, like, a real set and then elaborate paintings as the skyline behind it. I mean, you can just tell it's different. And that's old school. So again, he used very old school techniques, old school feel, but yet is Scorsese and makes it feel fresh and still has his own style and technique that is there. It can't be hidden, and it really just makes a unique experience. I'd say the weak point and why I'm not giving it a higher score is the story. It's about I think 2 hours and 10 minutes. If they could have made it run 2 hours, I think maybe I could have even given it a 9. Or obviously it would have been a slightly different film, but again, I think if they could have tightened it up a little bit, I think it would have been better. You know, somewhere around the hour and 15-minute mark, I thought it dragged. And when it's the only time Patricia Clarkson's in the movie, so in a way I'm saying cut her entire part out, but he has a confrontation with Patricia Clarkson in a cave, and for me it just kind of stops the movie. Just kind of dead. And I mean, I guess he does find some stuff out there, but again, I can think of, you know, that's probably 7 to 10 minutes right there you could get rid of. Again, there's the script wanders. The script takes its time. It's basically Leonardo DiCaprio going from scene to scene with another skilled character actor. So again, you've got some really good acting going on here, because Leonardo DiCaprio is a great actor, and he is surrounded by other great actors in this film. Again, pretty much hopping from scene to scene with individual or one-on-one conversations. With Ted Levine. Ted Levine's in this. He played Buffalo Bill in Silence of the Lambs. He was also Ted Stottlemyre in Monk. He's in this for a very brief amount of time, but he makes an impact. He has a great scene. He's a great actor. Anyway, that's going to stick out in my head. The special effects are really good. Again, it just looks gorgeous. You can tell a lot of love went into the film. What else? It's, it's just a really good movie. I mean, it's an 8. It's a solid 8. And even seeing it for the second time and knowing the twist, that didn't bother me so much. I still got a lot of enjoyment out of it. And Jackie Earle Haley's in it. He's really good. Again, just a scene. It's very creepy. It's scary in some parts. Again, just more, not really like, but just a general uneasiness and creepiness. It doesn't really maintain a thorough, or not a thorough, an even sense of emotion. I think maybe just because you're supposed to be on edge or uncomfortable a lot of the time. So there's not one really pervasive emotion in this film. Mark Ruffalo's really good. I thought he held his own with DiCaprio and everyone else he had to mix it up with. He's becoming bigger by the day. The sound's really good. Like, for 3/4 of the movie, there's this storm going on. Hurricane, tropical storm, whatever you want to say. But for 3/4 of the movie, it's downpour and wind and, a hurricane. And that storm really feels like a part of the movie, or feels like a character who does have an impact on the story. And again, sometimes I felt like I was trapped in that storm with them. And maybe it's just my excellent home theater system, but it was loud. It was, again, I felt like I was trapped in the storm. And I think that's an accomplishment, since I was sitting in my apartment. So a really good movie. A really good movie. I think it'll, definitely stand up to repeat viewings. Beautifully photographed, very well directed, excellently acted. Again, maybe the story drug on just a tad bit. If I had my way, it would have cut out 10 or 12 minutes, picked up the pace a little bit here and there. Other than that, Shutter Island is a solid 8. If you haven't seen it, definitely it's a great rental. It's made a lot of money on rentals, so good for it. Alright, thanks, bye.